Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations unto your brothers and your sisters out there. As the article says, this is from RT News, November 11th. Increasing lethality in all areas. U.S. Air Force declares space a new war-fighting domain. Okay. Those of you in the know, you know exactly what this means. For those of you not in the know, what this is basically is Esau, the so-called white man, and his military forces. The elites of them, they know the end battle, so to speak. It's not going to be with Iran. It's not going to be with Russia even. All right, those wars are going to happen, but the ultimate war is gonna be with the Most High's Son and His angels, and they're gonna get fucked up, man. Them people are gonna get fucked up, you know. The Esau, this devil thinks that he can fight the Most High and His angels, man. They're gonna get destroyed, man. They're gonna get fucking obliterated, you know. But this is coming out again because in the 80s you had Reagan and the space probe and all that shit, and he had his Star Wars program, you know, and all these things, they sound like crazy. This fucking guy talking about Star Wars. That was actually a real program. That was actually a government issued program that they had, a Star Wars defense program. And Ronald Reagan, he was quoted as saying, you know, I'm roughly paraphrasing, but if there was outer space threat, something that came from outside the earth, would not all nations unite to fight it? Basically, that's what he said, and you can look it up, you know. And they had a Star Wars defense program, you know, with you know, trying to get all futuristic, you know, with lasers, and basically they're trying to prepare for the coming of the angels of the Most High, Yahweh Shai, really, the general, right, the king of kings. He's coming back. So now it's coming out again, because they know it's coming, man. You know, it's you people out there that you're in the dark. You think these are aliens, these are little green men. You know, all this crazy shit that you've been taught by your daddy, the white man. All right. But as it says right here, why would they declare? They said increasing lethality. All right, in all areas. So they declared space war-fighting domain, meaning they're gonna fight in space. Who the hell are they gonna fight with in space, man? Right? It says in order to increase the global dominance and lethality of the U.S. military. You see how proud this devil is, man? You know, our dominance, you know, our mark, and that shows you what the brothers always talk about on the highways, that this devil is proud, he's pumped, that you know, he controls the world, man. You know, he's running the earth. But this is crazy, right? He says to increase global dominance and lethality of the U.S. military, the Air Force is moving to modernize its space capabilities and to secure the freedom to attack and maneuver in their new war-fighting domain, top officials have stated. See, these are no games, man. These are no laughing matters. What is about to come upon the earth, man? It's gonna be great terrors. It's gonna be a great day. That's why it doesn't say the day of the Lord is great, man. It is a great and mighty terrible thing. You know, nothing has been seen like it, or no one has experienced the like before. Right? This is quote, we are moving forward with modernization in space, so we're increasing our lethality in all of our areas of endeavor, Air Force Secretary Heather A. Wilson told reporters Thursday, and we are shifting to space as a war-fighting domain. See, these are things that are going to come to pass. Let's get Revelations 12, the Christians' favorite, one of their favorite verses, which they completely misconstrue and mangle with their fucking wicked ass philosophy. It says, verse 7, 12 and 7, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. So people are thinking that this is Michael has a sword up there, You know, he's defending the Most High, and he's fighting Satan, and you know, there's a great battle like in Lord of the Rings. You know, they're attacking the castle. This is talking about what we're just reading about, man. This is going into what we're reading about, how Esau declared space a new a war front, you know, a domain for fighting, for war. Okay, Michael, he's one of the chief angels. He's under Yahweh Shai. He's the chief angel. Michael, I mean, who is like the Most High, right? And we're gonna get another scripture that's gonna link up with that. But verse 8, it says, and prevailed not, neither was their place found anymore in heaven. So this dragon and his angels, these demons, is Esau and his military forces, man. All right, it's not Satan. It's not demons. You're not gonna have demons fighting here, man. Well, you're gonna have physical demons, but you're not gonna have like that movie with Keanu Reeves. I forget what it was called, Constantine. It's not gonna be like that, man. You know. Right. So and prevailed not. So verse 9, and the great dragon was cast out, at that old serpent. Right, meaning back in the garden, which that spirit is in Esau, man. That's that old serpent, the devil, and Satan, called the devil. What does the word devil mean? Diablo, el diablo in Spanish, meaning the deceiver, the liar. Right? Who has deceived the whole earth, man? Who took the original image of the Most High and the Son, portrayed themselves as that, and told the whole earth to worship him? That's only one race of people on the earth, man. That's the so-called Caucasians, which you're not even Caucasians. You know, you're not white, you're not European, you're not American. You are Edomites. Get used to that term, man. Edomites. Edom, Esau. Get used to those terms, man. You have to get well acquainted with those terms. And Satan, which means what? Adversary, enemy. Who's the enemy to this earth, man? Before this devil came upon the earth, all the nations, they respected so-called Mother Nature, or nature, right? The earth. You know, tilling the land properly, keeping this land Sabbath, and keep trying to keep things in the utmost balance. When this devil comes upon the earth, what does he do? Everything is out of whack. Everything is out of balance. Which deceiveth the whole world, and he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Right? And just to link up with that, we're gonna go to Daniel 12:1. Right? At that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. Right? So when the Lord Yahweh Shai, he comes back, who people call Jesus Christ, he's gonna come back with Michael. He's gonna come back with the angels. He's gonna come back with the brothers that were put to death in this truth, or were just fell asleep. You know, it says the dead and the anointed shall rise first in the book of Thessalonians, I believe first or second, but Second Thessalonians. But yeah, he's gonna come back with the angels, and Michael's gonna be one of those chief angels, because that's what we're reading about right now, right? The great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, right? Because when Yahweh Shai comes back, man, that's just about the climax, man. You know, such was never since there was a nation even to that same time, meaning that there's never been a greater type of trouble or a current situation, what Esau likes to say, unprecedented, you know, unpredictable. This thing is going to spiral out of control, but the prophets have predicted it through the spirit of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai, the power of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai. That's why they're prophets, seers. Okay? It says, and there at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book, right? The book of life, because everything is already predestined, preordained. Right? So let's go back to the article a little bit. It says in 1967, the United States and the Soviet Union signed the Outer Space Treaty, which prohibits signatories from placing nuclear weapons or any other weapons of mass destruction in outer space. The accord, however, stopped short of limiting the deployment of conventional weapons. Wilson said Congress has proposed to increase the funding of space-related military programs even beyond the levels sought by the Air Force. Section 1605 of the National Defense Authorization Act, NDAA, for fiscal year 2018 also classifies space as a potential combat domain. So they're already putting these things into official policy. That space is a combat domain. What do you really think they're getting ready for, man? For you simpletons, for you simps, I'm addressing. You know, the brothers and sisters that already are in the know, you're in the know. But I'm talking to you simps, man. When this devil, your daddy, I'm gonna keep saying that because that's your daddy, the white man, so-called white man. When he declares space a combat domain, what the fuck do you think that means, man? Quote, it is the policy of the United States to develop, produce, field, and maintain an integrated system of assets in response to the increasingly contested nature of the space operating domain, to deter or deny an attack on capabilities at every level of orbit in space, as well as to defend the territory of the United States, its allies, and its deployed forces across all operating domains, which all operating domains now, as we read, include space, because that is a combat domain. So you're gonna have it. What do you think? Star Wars, right? Star is really a planet. All right. So you have, or I'm not gonna put it in a box like that, but a planet can be a star. I'm gonna say that. You had Star Wars, different planets warring in different federations and military forces. That's what this devil really wants to do. He's trying to go up there, defend himself from the angels of the Most High, which will completely and utterly backfire upon him. You know, everyone, quote, agrees that space needs to be integrated, normalized as a part of a joint warfighting effort. This year's budget, the FY18 budget proposal, increases what the Air Force is proposing to spend on space by 20%. And it goes on a little bit, but I want to get out the main points. And I'm going to bring out one more scripture in the book of 2nd Ezra 13:1. And it came to pass. This is what's happening. This is what's coming. All right, get emotional. Don't get emotional. You know, flip out, whatever, man. But this is coming. All right, it's going to come smack right in your face. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. See, the angels, man, Yahushua is going to come. It tells you in the book of Jude, which, matter of fact, you know what, I'll bring that out. Jude, let's see, verse, it's a little bit down. Salakia, brothers, 1 second. Jude, verse 14 says, and Enoch also the seven from Adam prophesied of these, saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against them. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts, and their mouth speaketh great swelling words, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage, man. Be basically proud people, man. You proud motherfuckers, man. And one of the big things that the Lord is coming down to do, as it says in the book of Isaiah, is to bring down the haughtiness of men. You know, that it's a swelling words, man. You know, them great, F the Most High, and then all these crazy things that these people be saying, man. The Most High is coming down to bring that shit down, to bring that attitude down, because these people, they have a swelling ass spirit on them, man. Most High's coming down to show you who's the fucking head honcho, man. All right. That was the precept. So back to 2nd Esdras. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. So where the fuck do you fucking stupid ass Christians talking about Jesus coming down nice on a cloud and bringing love and peace and happiness? It tells you when this man, who we know is the Lord, or you stupid asses called Jesus, it says when he looked, just when he turned his head, man, when he looked at you, all things trembled, man. Trembled. You know what trembled means? That doesn't mean startled or frightened. That means you're in the fetal position, shivering, man. You're petrified. You understand? Because Yahweh Shai is coming back with great force, man. Power. All right? And verse 4, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea, meaning all these other military forces, because when the Lord comes down, there's going to be wars upon the earth, World War III. You're going to have all the nations fighting each other, but when they see that, that's why I brought out the article. The Esau's getting ready. He declared space a fighting domain, a combat domain. So these other nations are going to come together and try to fight the Lord and the angels, the elect, right? Verse 6, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it, the chariot, so-called the fathership. All right? But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. The Most High is going to put that stupid, proud spirit on all you nations, man. You're going to be shivering, but you're going to have that proud spirit of keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting. Right? Verse 9, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, because they're going to come with their Air Force, their Navy SEALs, their fucking Green Beret, everything that they have, man. Right? So the Lord is going to see them coming. Right? And this is what it says. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid, because you see a vision like that, man, you wake up, it tells you just like I believe either Habakkuk or Nahum, when they receive certain visions, man, they were in great pains, man. They actually fell sick. And that's just dreaming seeing the vision. So the Most High is gonna have to put a serious spirit upon the men of the Lord to digest those things, to be comfortable in those situations. And that was really it. Just wanted to bring that out. That was an interesting article I found. Want to say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, double honors unto the apostles, a great millstone who I learned the truth from. Great men on the earth, and salutations unto your brothers and sisters out there. Shalom.